What's up? What's up? What's up? My name is Dexter. I'm a DP here in Atlanta, Georgia. And in 2026, I want to start something new. And it's called Beyond the Lights, where I break down all of my lighting setups in all of the projects that I've shot. So, with that being said, we're going to go into one of my most recent projects called Echoes of Us. Some of you have seen it, some of you haven't. If you haven't, please check it out and let me know what you think. So, with that being said, here's how I shot Echoes of Us. So this first shot basically sets the tone of the show. I got the inspiration for this actual short film because I seen a picture online. It was of a man who was turned on his side into his phone, where the wife, she was just laying there kind of, yearning for that connection. So that's basically where this short film actually, was derived from. So this first shot you see here, it was a nighttime shot. So we had two aperture 300Ds, which are daylight balanced, and then I also used a f22C boost ambience within the room. For this that's literally all the lights that were used for this scene. We have a window that was right here that we was pushing the light through. We had one amaranth aperture 300D here, and we had another one right on side of it. So aperture 300D, and these lights here are basically pushing light through the window, casting what you see here on her. Basically all the light on her was used from 300Ds. We also had some light coming from her phone, which was kind of giving her some light to her face. Not too much, just enough to boost up a little darkness. And then the final light we had for this setup was literally a f22C. It was right in front of the bed, but it was pushing up into the roof, which was giving our husband, in this Caleb, shout out to my boy, ambient light to boost him in the dark. So all of this light here, all of this light you see here, this here, was all from the f22C light, which is, like I said, boosting up the ambience within the room. Very basic setup. We did have it on the two 300Ds on combo stands because this is a second story room in the house, so regular C stands couldn't go that high. So we did have two combo stands that the 300Ds were on. All right, so for our next shot, as you can see, this is where the two characters wake up the morning after. He is fixing her coffee, she's still in her phone, and he's kind of just starting to feel that loneliness that he's losing her to her phone and social media. For this shot, it was a little wider. I love wide shots. I love shooting from outside of the set, so all of my lights for this scene were outside except one light, and that was again for ambience within the room. So for this one, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 lights total, and 3 of them were outside, 1 of them was inside. So we'll dive into this image here. Now, as you can tell, the first thing that stands out to me is this light here that's casting on the counter, which is coming from outside. That's another thing too. So shooting through windows and stuff gives you shape. It's not just like this big large light. It actually cuts light. It gives you lines and everything. So this one here, we have a light. There's a window over here in the kitchen that I'm shooting a 300D through. For this one, I also had a CTO on it because since these are 300Ds and they shoot daylight 5600 Kelvin, I wanted it a little warmer. So I did put a CTO gel on this light. The next light, as you can see, is coming through this window here. It's another 300D. And this one here is just pushing light here with on the table, this chair here, a little bit on the wall, on her arm. And it's just lighting her so that whenever she does walk through space, she's lit. That's one thing I love about just wide shots and being able to light from outside, so you don't have to worry about lighting. You don't have to worry about fixtures being within the shot. So, and I also didn't mention this light here that's coming through here, bouncing off his arm, giving him some light here. Also casting this is also casting a lot of this on the wall as well. And like I said, just continuing to make shapes to continue to create depth within your shot. This shot also, I think we shot around 4 o'clock. So the sun was about to come up through these doors. So I had to literally time this shot perfectly. So I wasn't battling, you know, light coming through this way, but I'm actually showing light coming through this way. So it worked out perfectly. As you can see this up here, this is literally just natural light from outside. I didn't have a light here at all. I did have the F22C here, which was inside, pushing up into the ceiling to give me my ambient lights, just to raise the tone in the room up. And now that I think about it, it also looks like I have a light here, because this isn't this. So I also had a light here behind this wall, pointing up into the ceiling as well, to give this ambient light as well. And this one was also another F22C. So both my lights that were inside the house were basically there for ambient light, and all the lights that were punching from outside were to kind of just give me shape within my shot and to hit my characters as they move through the space. That is the breakdown for this scene. So now the next scene is probably one of my 1 to 2 favorites of these 4 shots. So let's load that up. All right, so this is the 3rd shot. Like I said, this is probably my 2nd favorite shot throughout this whole short film. We had to create a car scene. This is when the husband gets hit head on, well, T-boned by another car, and the car flips over and rolls, and this is him at a complete stop after the car is rolling. So for this shot here, I'll flip it around because this isn't actually, of course, we didn't have the budget to flip a car. All right, so this was the true shot. This is how we really shot it. So he's basically standing up behind the driver's seat with his head tilted onto the roof of the car. So in post, I can just flip the shot and it looks like a turned over car. All right, so for this shot, we literally had 1, 2, 4 lights. We had a aperture 300D, we had a F22C, we had a Amaran light tube, and then we had a aperture MC light. So for all of these, and don't judge my drawing because I'm not an artist, but we had a car which was parked in my driveway, right? I don't know why I drew it like that, but like I said, don't talk about my drawings. And then there was a road here because I didn't want to stop traffic because they do have traffic going through my neighborhood. So we basically just turned the car sideways in my driveway. So this is the setup we're doing for the car wreck scene for this shot. So we got the Amaran light mat, we got the Amaran light tube, 2 foot, looking over there. We got 300D, MC giving brake lights, and then all of our stuff to make the fake blood. So this is the setup for the car wreck scene. So the first light was a aperture 300D shooting into the car. Now for the main shot, this was acting as the headlights of the car that was hitting him, but also it's giving light on our character as well. So our light here was coming through here, and it's basically casting this light on him on inside the cars, giving ambient. So that was basically what our 300D was for, outside of the light reflecting as its headlights. So the next light we had was a tube light, which was set to our cop effect so we can get the red blue lights to make it seem like it was a crime scene. This light here was basically just sitting right in front of our car and basically flashing the red and blue lights on his face. So if this is the car's front end, this tube light was shooting into the car, straight into the car. And that's, like I said, all we had was the cop effect that was giving us our red and blue lights to make it seem like a car crash. Finally, not finally, because we have two more lights, we had a F-22C that was pushing in through here, like over here. And this light was basically to kind of give him some feel on the opposite side of his face, but also light the car. So the F-22C was getting this light here, you was getting this light here from him, a little bit here, just to, like I said, raise the ambience. Mind you, this was at nighttime, we don't have any street lights, so we had to push as much light through the car as possible to make sure that he was lit. And then the final one, we had a little MC, Aperture MC. It was set to red light just to kind of show that brake lights from other cars were hitting him, and that was basically just sitting on the dashboard inside the car, punching towards him as well to give that red, like I said, brake light feel. So our final shot, which is my favorite shot of this short film, and it's mainly because I wanted to do some kind of light movement. You don't really see a lot of this, especially in low budget films, to where you have a midnight scene that transitions to morning scene. So this is why this is one of my favorite shots. As you can see here, I'm gonna play the video just to let y'all see the transition from night to morning, and then we'll jump right back into it. As y'all seen in the video, the night transition to morning. We did shoot this at nighttime, so if we were going from night to day. So we'll just look at this image here now. So this image is basically showing the morning time. As you've seen though, it was blue. So for the lights for this, I will name them out. We had a 300D, another 300D, and both of these lights were basically sitting outside this bedroom window as it was in the first shot that I showed y'all for them two laying in the bed. Same setup, didn't move the lights. That's all we did for this setup with the 300Ds. We changed one light and we put a CTO gel on it. And then the other light still had the blue gel. So when we made that transition, we literally used it inside this link. We slid down the blue light and then we raised up the morning CTO tungsten warm light to make it seem the transition and time lapse of night to morning. And then the third light, and this, like I said, this is a very small setup as well. The third light was my Amaran tube light. So now I'll go into basically placing the lights. We had, once again, we had this window where we was punching through 300Ds. Pushing into the room, which is giving this light here, giving her this light. And you see, like I said, punching through windows is going to give you that shape. It's not just gonna be this big, bright, this big source of light. So it creates these lines and shapes on her. This as well, all of this here. And then, like I said, one of them had a CTO, and another one just had a blue gel. And then for our final light, this light was actually inside the room with her, and it was placed right on side the bed, which is our tube light. and this was pointing up towards the ceiling, just boosting our ambience in the room. Now, when we did transition to the morning to the night, I did rotate the tube, so it gave even more light within the room, which is actually bouncing here, giving ambience here, giving it ambience here, giving this ambience and brightness on her face. Just to, like I said, give it more of a brighter feel, like it's morning, it's that warm glow instead of the cool night look. So yeah, this is the breakdown for Echoes of Us. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is my first one, but I do enjoy giving lighting breakdowns. So I do plan on in 2026 doing more of these and trying to stay consistent with this because I do enjoy it, and I do kind of want to get more into the teaching, just because not everybody has this $200,000-$300,000 budget. So I believe doing this kind of allows people to see that you don't need the big productions. You don't need all the money in the world. It's good to have, but you don't need it. The most important thing is to create, man, because you can get into this cycle of, I don't have all of this stuff, and now you're just wasting time not making anything. So once again, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please comment, like, share, and just let me know how y'all like this. Thank y'all. I'm out.